first thing that you need to figure out with your business is how are you going to make money? Okay, and that needs to be your central thought through anything that you do, whether it's intellectual property, government compliance, your own liability, hiring people, firing people, setting up policies, anything like that. You need to know, how am I going to make money? Because everything needs to revolve around making sure that that continues and that that's strong. Otherwise, you're out of business. Okay, and the same sort of thing with intellectual property. You need to look at, well, what is making me money? All right, how am I getting that money in the door? How am I providing good quality products to my clients? How am I finding clients? All those things. And as you discover those aspects of your business, you'll start to identify key pieces that are really important to helping your business be strong. All right, one of those key pieces is your branding. All right, how do people find you? How do people know who you are? How do people refer other people to you? Do you have a great name that people recognize? Is it something that's unique? Is it something that's interesting? Is it something that hooks people, catches their attention? If it is, and if people are being attracted by your name somehow, you ought to protect that. Because if you don't, someone will come in and piggyback off you, and they'll take a percentage of your clients without you even knowing it. All right, and so branding is real important to protect. Other things that you need to protect: anything that you're creating, anything that you're working on collaboratively with people, anything that's artistic. Often websites are really, people pour a lot of effort and energy and money into those. They need to be protected because it's so easy. Just 2-3 clicks, boom, 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 and they've stolen your whole website. Okay, so that's something that you need to look at protecting, and that's intellectual property. Obviously, your technology. If you're a technology company, that needs to be central to your protection strategy because that's central to your revenue strategy. So those are things that are really important. One of the things that people ask me all the time, though, when we talk about filing patents or filing copyrights or trademarks, spending this money, okay, they've heard that it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's true. It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to enforce your intellectual property, okay? So they ask me, if I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, why am I even getting intellectual property in the first place if I can't afford to enforce it? Why would I do that? Okay. Well, I have 3 answers for you. Okay. The first answer is that intellectual property is valuable. All right. It is property. Whether you can afford to enforce your rights or not, property is property, and it's something you can trade. It's something you can sell. It's something that you can lease. Okay, and it's something that is going to be attractive to investors. It's going to attract talent to your organization. It's helpful in attracting strategic partnerships, alliances with people in other countries. Okay, it's not about suing people. Intellectual property is not about filing lawsuits. All right, that's what hits the news. Okay, but for example, there's an invisible shield when you protect your property. All right, when you have a trademark registration and someone else decides to do something that's competing against you and they want to do a similar name, when they go do their search and your name pops up, they're going to change their name. They're not going to notify you. It never hits the news, right? It's this invisible shield that keeps people away from you, that keeps your space clear so that you can use that space to generate revenues. All right, so the first reason is that it's valuable. All right. The second reason that you want to protect your intellectual property is it's a double-edged sword. You either protect it and you get an advantage, or you fail to protect it and your competitors get an advantage. Somebody's going to get an advantage when you create something. And if you don't protect it, it's everybody else that's going to have the advantage over you and your business. They're going to have a competitive advantage. If you protect it, you'll have a competitive advantage. There's no zero ground. All right, we're talking about branding that's attractive to clients. Somebody's going to get those clients. All right, do you want to get them, or do you want to share them with everybody else? Same thing with the content for your website. Do you want to pay someone, some web designer, a couple $1,000s to build a great website for you so that your competitors can then copy it for free? So you've got to protect it because it's a double-edged sword. All right. The last reason that you want to protect your property, that you want to take steps to protecting your intellectual property, is it's born naked. All right, these ideas that you have, people talk about them being their baby. All right, this baby analogy. This is my baby. This is my invention. This is my company. Right? I take care of this night and day. This is my life. okay? And if you take that, I mean, that baby analogy is fantastic because it's true. Your intellectual property is born naked, defenseless. It can't protect itself. If you don't protect it, then nobody's protecting it. All right? So, I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to sue people on my intellectual property. Who cares? All right? It's valuable. It's either going to help you or hurt you. And without you protecting it, nobody's going to. So, that's what I say when people say, why get it at all?